I found out my partner has been putting slugs in my food, and I don't know how to forgive him. Trigger warnings. Food tampering, psychological and emotional abuse. Don't read while eating, or if you have a weak stomach. I, 22F, have been with my partner, 24M, for 4 years now. I have never known him to do anything like this, but I noticed he started acting a little strange around a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. He started putting fruit on the floor in the garden, and I thought it was a bit weird. But he said he was feeding the mice that have nested in our shed, so I thought it was sweet and helped him do so. Anyway, he started being really nice to me around 2 weeks ago and was making me food, baking me cakes and stuff, which he never usually cooks, so I was so happy he found a hobby. I did notice sometimes I felt sick and dizzy after eating, and I just put it down to a lack of sleep or hormones. Anyway, a friend of my partner came into my workplace today, I work in a cafe, and said he needed to speak to me when I was free. I was free as there weren't any customers at this time. He told me that my partner has been putting fruit out in the garden to collect slugs from the garden, and then putting them in my food, blending them up. He even sent this friend pictures of a bag of slugs he had collected, and a picture of blended slugs. I feel really sick to my stomach. I don't understand why he would do this. This is so out of character for him. I asked my partner why he was doing this. He just accused me of snooping through his messages, which I would never do, and got so angry at me for not being able to take a joke. I feel disgusted. I love him to pieces, but I just don't understand his way of thinking right now. Am I overreacting? I don't know what to do. I feel lost. Update. I am receiving messages telling me to off myself. Please don't do that, as I am highly sensitive right now. I went to urgent care last night in the early hours of the morning, waited, and was finally seen around 6 a.m. I had some tests, and I have a high level of metaldehyde in my blood. I was kept in for monitoring, and I have some ulcers in my stomach. I was aware of this anyway, as I was hospitalized about 2 months ago for a burst ulcer. Originally, I thought it was stress, but they now say it could be because of the poisoning. I could have an infection of some kind, as my temperature is high, but they haven't found anything that could be causing that yet. They have checked my heart, and it is fine. I'm due to have heart surgery this year, but they're delaying it due to ulcers and infections, and the fact that I keep getting sick, which is okay. I have an appointment with my cardiologist on April 20th. I contacted the police, wrote a statement, and was asked some questions. Anyone who knows me in real life, please don't post mine or my partner's name, as the police said it would destroy the investigation. Not the exact words they used, but I am sorry, I was in a daze. My ex refused to say anything to the police or to me. However, he did say he would speak to his friend and only him. He then spoke to me. I was not alone, I was with a friend and his friend too. And he confessed to doing random experiments on me, starting a few months after we moved in together. It started with spitting on my toast, and then the week later, he replaced my propranolol, beta blockers, with salt, emptied capsules. I want to add that he was my medication holder, as I have a history of suicide attempts, so he took my medications and gave them to me. And that was when he thought it would be funny. He also admitted to these things, swapping my Linda's vegetarian sausages for real meat. I have IBS and struggle to digest meat, so I became a vegetarian. He also replaced my corn nuggets with his real ones. One of my pet giant African land snails went missing in summer, and I assumed it escaped if I left the lid open on their box. But he said it had died, so he scraped it out and put it in my curry. I definitely remember the day he did this, as he laughed whenever I went to eat the curry. And I got really paranoid, so I put it in the kitchen and stormed off. He then brought it upstairs and told me to taste, which I did, and I realized he added loads of chili powder. And he said he was laughing because he put chili powder in and too much came out. Now I think he must have put the chili in to cover the fact that he put my snail in there. He also mentioned that he had rubbed my toothbrush on the toilet, but he later washed it because he felt it was going too far. I feel like this is all a dream. It just seems too dramatic to feel real. I'm unsure what is happening on the legal front. He says he didn't know why he did this, that he does love me truly, and that he felt compelled to do it. which I understand as I suffer from OCD and get compulsions or impulsions. And he really loves taking care of me, and he feels it's his purpose. He didn't mean to cause serious harm. He promises he never did any of this to our animals. I think he could just be stressed, as I have mental health issues that could have caused something in him to break from too much stress. I'm really sad and sorry for those for whom I caused concern. My partner has been secretly feeding me slugs. I have been to the hospital, some damage, but nothing too serious, I hope. I just discovered a jar under the sink with 4 slugs, which my partner must have forgotten about. Many people in the comments are asking if she has visited the doctor, which she has, and they reveal that he did more than just provide her with slugs. Relevant comment: he promised he would never do this to any of your animals, but your dog recently contracted a lungworm, and he admitted to making you eat your pet snail. He replaced your heart medication with salt and tampered with your food, knowing that you have IBS. There is nothing funny about that. He has endangered your health and that of your pets. Stress doesn't make anyone do this. He is not safe for you or your pets. These are not the actions of someone who loves taking care of you. They are cruelty. Please, stop blaming yourself. I understand your struggles with both mental and physical health, and the need for someone to love and care for you. But if you value your life and those of the animals you adopted, he can never be trusted again. Somewhere during all this, the OP posted the following comment. Hi. He was diagnosed with ASPD yesterday and admitted everything to me, including how I was his way of looking normal to the outside world. He manipulated me by giving me everything I wanted: love, affection, and compliments. He began testing me emotionally at first by cheating to see how I would react. But I forgave him and then began with food and stuff to see how long until I got sick. I am still baffled. The person I knew, I never really knew at all. He is a psychopath, and he gives ASPD sufferers a bad name. He knew I was vulnerable due to my mental and physical illnesses. He became my caregiver, but was torturing me at the same time, and I was unaware of any of this. He rescued me from an abusive situation and then put me in a new one. That's how he works. Update. I recently left a weird relationship where my partner was contaminating my food, etc. Anyway, ever since I have struggled to eat, I moved into a ground floor flat, and sometimes I will find slugs around the house. I'm terrified of them. I keep throwing food away because I don't know what the slugs have gone on. I'm scared of getting sick. I can't cope or breathe right now. I have tried everything to stop slugs from getting in: copper tape, salt, non-toxic pellets, but they still somehow find their way into my flat. I feel like nature is tormenting me. Any advice, please? I have tried speaking to my doctor, but they won't really listen, and the doctor I see said it was a good thing as I was overweight anyway. I was just discharged from the mental health team I was currently on. Hello everyone! Sorry for those who didn't get to message back. My messages have been so full. I'm alive but have been sick with the coronavirus. Thank you to those who reached out to me. You all made me feel less alone. I hope everyone is well. As of about 4 months ago, OP was active and doing well. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe to Reddit Dirt for more stories.